What's going on, guys? So today I'm here making this video that I've been very passionate about for over a year now. And so this is something that not only me or my home state is really facing, just like Optimus said in his video, that America needs to address this issue. But what I'm really saying is that this is a problem that a lot of Americans, or the entirety of North America, is truly facing. And this is one of these points where, often said, just like that, Americans really need to get involved into these situations. And I agree with that because this is something that the entirety of North America really needs to get involved into these absolute situations, because what's happening right now is that there's a ton of climb up of traffic as soon as the population increases over time and the number of cars started to increase, and we're just adding lanes that do nothing but congest traffic, and we all think that, oh wow, this is going to fix traffic. Hell no, it isn't. Alright, so the picture that I'm using right here is pretty much bright line west of how it's going to be played out in the future. So you see here in this picture, it's pretty much, oh my god, this train is passing me while I'm in this 120 mile per hour car. Well, yeah. Well, pretty much this picture is just to highlight a lot of the drivers' egos as soon as a big, long bullet train passes them in such speed twice or three times as faster as them. But anyway, we really need to focus on high speed rail. It's not just high speed rail that we really need to focus on, it's pretty much the entirety of all infrastructure in North America, because it is just so ridiculous by the fact that we have to drive at least 100 miles in city range between cities or whatever. And I gotta say, that is pretty unacceptable, especially for the fact that we have to actually get there by either 1 or 2 hours in just that 100-mile range. That is absolutely unacceptable. And a lot of people really don't know the 90-minute mark. Well, it means that if you can get there in 90 minutes, then pretty much you're all set to go. Then the public transit is pretty much reliable. But this is not only high speed trains that I'm going to talk about. It's also going to be about also bike lanes, and walkable cities, and also buses. Alright, so you see this example right here. We really need to make walkable cities and bike lanes as well. We need to separate both the bikes and the sidewalks, because people in Europe, people just walk on bike lanes because they think, oh wow, I have more power. Well, the thing is, start thinking about others and think about your own safety as well, because like one day or another in the future, you may get hit by bikes. But man, if you're a pedestrian who thinks that you think that walking on the road is okay, well, pretty much think again, because don't be lazy. There's really a sidewalk right over there. But anyway, this picture is not really from the entirety of Europe. This is actually from the United States, and apparently I'm not presenting a good picture just to prove my point, but I think that we really need to focus on bike lanes and also our public transit. It's not only bikes, but it's pretty much buses, city rails, all that kinds of stuff. And man, it's been 4 fucking decades since we pretty much think that, oh wow, high-speed rails are such a boondoggle. Well, it's not a boondoggle anymore because now we're facing the problem right now, and apparently it's just so ridiculous by the fact that we just don't even have the system at all, because we've been so far behind of Europe's tail, or even possibly the entirety of the Southeast Asia, for about 40 years, or I could say even 43, or no, 43, 44, 45, 45 years, whatever. And it's just too long. Too long. It's too much. And I can't believe we still haven't have the system. Like back in the 60s, we were supposed to have high-speed rails until like the 1980s, but then it just all got cut off because Ronald Reagan pretty much said that, or pretty much used high-speed rails and Amtrak's poor planning as an example that this just wasteful resources along with a lot of money wasted. Like, the thing is, for Amtrak, although they might not be true high speed, but it's better than nothing. Because, I mean, oh my gosh. Like, driving in between cities, like, I got these experiences that I have with driving between cities. Alright, so here are one of my experiences. Alright, so driving from Washington, D.C. to New York City is absolutely horrible. Like, it's not only just 4 hours, but it's an extra 3 hours because of traffic. And not only that, but we're all stuck in gridlock traffic because we have to deal with so many cars and such an unwalkable city that we can't even use our asses to get up. We only have to rely on wheels in order to make sure that we get on to our destination in time. So that's pretty much 7 hours in just like 200 miles, I think, which is absolutely unacceptable. Not only that, but I also experienced it with Dallas to Austin. That was absolutely horrible. Horrible. It's just too much traffic, too much congestion, and also one of my experiences with Detroit to Toledo is absolutely terrible. Nah. That is just 3 hours while it just could have taken just 1 or maybe 30 minutes if only we have high-speed rails. Alright, anyway, that is going to be it for this video because I think we really need to get into these situations. Alright, so one final reason is, the reason why I'm making this video is that I'm not really trying to be a leader, but I'm trying to be like putting up a cat poster, like I want this change to happen in North America. Because it has been far too long, 4 decades since we really haven't had the system. And it's got to change because, not only that, but this is actually going to be better for the entire community in North America. It's not only that for the travelers, but it will be better off with people who are interested in music, people who are interested in their careers, like when I'm talking about careers, I'm talking about everyone who is interested with something in their lives. And this will also help and benefit the public health because, like imagine that an ambulance is trying to get through traffic and they can't believe that it's so congested due to the fact that they just can't save the patient. And that's real sad. Because we really need to step up on public transit because it is just overlooked for far too long. I'm just repeating everything because we really need to think about this. Think about the future because Because for the short term, we always think about, oh wow, this is a huge waste of money. But we really didn't even think about the long run, and that was the problem. So back in 40 years, we all think that high-speed rails was such a waste of money. Well, that was pretty much good for the short run. But now here we are 40 years later in the long run, and apparently the short term didn't really last too long. Alright, you know what? Time to wrap up the video because, I'm just here trying to voice something that should have been done a long time ago. Like, by the 2000s, we should have had high speed rails all over America. But now, ever since the 80s, it was all wasted down. It was all wasted. By the 1980s, we could have had it. By the 1990s, we could have had it. By the 2000s, we could have had it. But now, look what's happening now. It's just unacceptable by the fact that we have to drive to get anywhere or get our poor little scrawny asses up to, like, anywhere in this entire continent. Like, you even have to get a car to go to the airport. So how is that a viable option? Like, I'm not here trying to say that oh, well, it's because like, the thing is, Ronald Reagan always admired airports, but he really didn't even think about how we're going to get to the airport. Like, he really didn't even think that, we probably, like, if we don't have a car, maybe we could walk. Yeah, you could walk there, but it's going to take forever to get there. Oh, God. But, I hope that everyone in America wakes up to the situation because, it's just far too long. It's over 4 decades since we haven't even caught up to the situation. Like, we've been behind Europe and Southeast Asia's tail for far too long about this simple system that could have been simple, but now we made it complicated because we just made the entirety of North America so car dependent that it's absolutely excruciatingly, horribly long and painful just to sit around gridlock traffic for hours. That could have been minutes. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna wrap up this video. I've been repeating this for far too long. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and you know what? You don't need to subscribe because I'm just here. Like, I don't even ask people to subscribe, and I don't even know why I'm saying this. Like, over the past 9 years, I haven't even taught any or said anyone to subscribe to my channel. Like, you know what? I'm absolutely happy about it because I'm not that greedy compared to other YouTubers. Anyway, I guess that's it. So, bye.